today, pal? What do you have for me?
Hello.
Hello, Ken. What's up?
I tell you that I believe that everybody that thinks that the Eagles not only won't be in the game, and you said it, they're going to not only they're going to cover the game, they're going to win the game. You look at the fact that Doug Peterson, the Eagles went for it on fourth down more than any other team.
Yep.
In the NFL this year.
Yep.
And you tell me if you believe that Jim Schwartz is going to be the key to the game. I believe that historically he's been bad against Belichick teams. But
he has been. He has been terrible.
He has been terrible. But I think this time the stage, the Super Bowl, the time to prepare. He got to see some things that Jacksonville did, and it's going to be, quite frankly, not a close game at all.
I think here's the thing. I'll ask Phil this when he comes in. You can't say not a close game at all. That's a little too strong. I will say this. I think that maybe Philadelphia can go to school on the Jacksonville AFC Championship game more than the Patriots can go to school on the NFC Championship game. So I think that does help Philadelphia a little bit. But you think this game is not going to be competitive, Kenny?
It's not going to be competitive at all. I think the earlier caller alluded to it. We're going to have fresh front four, and I think that Peterson and Schwartz are not afraid if need be. I think they're going to call the ghost of Jim Johnson, and I think they will blitz. I don't think they're going to let Brady sit back there. The running game, if you look at the running game, New England's defense is a mirage, okay? Against teams, the quality teams, they haven't really done anything, okay? And I think that if need be, that Doug Peterson is willing to gamble, and that they're going to. This won't be a close game. I got them winning by more than 10 points.
That's a little strong, Glenn, and good call. That's a little strong. You're all going up against the greatest quarterback probably of all time and the greatest coach. To say you're going to sweep them and run them out of the building is a little rough. Here's Glenn in Philly. You knew the Eagle fans are going to be here today. Glenn, good afternoon. It's your turn. How are you today?
Good, doggy. Hey, you know what? I know you're going to hate this, but I'm piggybacking right off of him. I honestly think that the Patriots will never have the ball in the fourth quarter with a chance to take the lead. I mean, when you look at the competitiveness of the NFC versus the AFC, look at the donkeys that the Patriots beat. Now they beat them. They played Tennessee, who's a bad team. Should have never even got past Kansas City until Kelsey gets hurt and Andy Reid does what he does. Right? He loses games in the playoffs, and then he play. Then they're dead to rights against Jacksonville. They get conservative. Peterson, Doug's not going to get conservative. Look who the Eagles have beaten. They beat the Rams, who are a very good team. A lot of people were saying how good the Rams were. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Falcons. The Eagles have had, I think, are very, very. I think everybody, not everybody.
If your argument is, and it's a fair one, the Eagles. Now, they were at home both games, as was New England, but the Eagles, I guess you can make the argument, beat better teams. Tennessee is a terrible team from a playoff perspective. Atlanta is better. And they turned around and beat Minnesota, that you thought going in was a better team than Jacksonville. So is that your point? The Eagles were better battle-tested in the postseason?
And just look at the roster, too, dog. I mean, up and down the roster, now, granted, I know people have said this about the Patriots in the past, but when you look back at some of those other teams, you look back at Seymour and Harrison, and Brewski was way underrated. These players were a lot better than what people gave them credit for at the time. But, I mean, this Eagles roster is very, very good. And everybody talks about the D-line, but the offensive line is just going to grind them up. And Peterson...
Boy, you Eagle fans, and good call. You are very confident. My gosh. That's Tom Brady. I mean, who do you think you're playing against here? Matt Castle? That is Tom Brady. That's Belichick. Belichick's a better coach than Peterson. I'm sorry. And Brady's 50 times better than Foles. I'm sorry. God, guys, please. The two most important positions on the field belong to the Patriots. Let's take it easy. A little bit. Ryan in Philly. He's Philly fan. And you knew it today. Ryan, good afternoon. How are you today? What do you have for me?
Hey, doggy, good afternoon. I'm from Philly, but you know what? I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a gambler. I'm whoever I bet on, and I'm taking the Pats in this game. I like some props I got for you, too, and I'll tell you, around here, it is just everybody I talk to, like at work today, they think they're going to win this game 41-14. I don't know.
You want to tell me you're confident that I don't get it. You want to tell me you're confident? You want to tell me you got a chance to win? I'll buy it. 41-14, the Eagle fan thinks he's going to win this game?
Yeah. I mean, I think they have a shot. I mean, I think they literally have a shot. But I mean, everybody you talk to out here this week is just they're going to win this game by 30, and I just don't see it. I follow these professional gamblers in Vegas, and they're all saying all the sharps jumped on the Eagles right away, but now all the sharps are buying back the Patriots money line. They're trying to middle it.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. Good call, Ryan. I don't believe in that money line stuff. Let's get the middle. It's a sporting event. It's got to be a sporting event before it's a gambling event. Pick the team who you think might win. That's it. I mean, don't try to figure out the middle and all that nonsense. Pick the team you think is going to win the game. Now, you can use your heart to do that. I'm not picking the Patriots because I've had enough. I've been on them all year. I've been telling you all year that I thought eventually the Patriots were going to lose a close game. Did I say that all year? How many times did you say that? That eventually the ball's going to bounce the other way. They're due to lose one. I've been on that theme for months. Now, I got unlucky. It was Tennessee. All right? They were not capable. Then I thought it might be Jacksonville, and my poor kid's still not over that game. And Jacksonville got conservative, and we all know. And the whistles and the whole thing with Jack, with the fumble. I got one more game left. I'll stick with Philly. I want calls for Phil, and he's next. Mad Dog Unleashed.